favourite things about living in Japan is it's so peaceful here. There's a tranquility that you can't get anywhere else.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to the Diamond Matter channel. I'm Chris Bilton. I was a professional jeweller in the UK for over 20 years, but now living in Japan and putting my skills to good use by making jewellery making instructional videos, putting them on YouTube, so welcome. If you're new, why not click like and subscribe, and all that helps the channel grow. It'd be great. Right, let me start. There's a new thing. I'm starting by saying thank you to the patrons and members, because these people are putting money down like to show their appreciation, and it really genuinely does help me continue and grow this channel. So over the last few days we got Vivian Nape, Bonnie Bailey, Chad Forshaw, RJ McGessie, Albertine Lello, and Ashley Hardy. Thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate you contributing to the channel, and yeah, I look forward to doing more stuff into the future. Right, today, bit of strange video because I started another video which will be coming soon. I'm making a new case for a Zippo lighter, so I'm basically copying that to my own design slightly, and yet again, my lack of decent soldering equipment has caused me a problem. There's such a big chunk of metal, I can't get it hot enough. I've got a tiny bit of solder to melt on the corner, and that's it. Just wasted loads of gas. So I'm gonna think of something for that. But while I've got copper out, I don't work in copper, but I know some people looking to learn to make jewellery do start off like bending bits of copper up and soldering it and stuff. So it's not normal for like jewelers. Anyone who's making stuff with any kind of value won't work in copper, but I know people out there are practicing with it, so maybe this channel will be helpful to you. Something I've never done before, so I'm learning a little bit. I got this offcut from making that Zippo case, and I remembered in my toolbox from ages ago I've got some copper solder. Never used this before, so let's just try it. See what it's like, and I can tell you how it's different to gold and silver and stuff. Okay, so let's prepare this, at least get it flat and a kind of half nice shape. It's a nasty sort of shard of copper on the edge of that. I'm going to turn it up into a ring and file that off so I don't injure myself on it. I'm not trying to make anything special, just want to experience the soldering. Get the join reasonably good and tight. Check this out. That join is kind of it's touching one side more than the other. There's a bit of a gap there, but I want it nice and flat together all the way across it. That's going to help the solder. Just help the whole soldering experience be much better for you. It will take less solder. The solder will be neat. It will flood across easier, and just be a much more high quality join if you start off with it closed up properly. So I'm just going to cut along it. That's all you've got to do. Try to keep sawing all the way through it without stopping and starting, because that doesn't help you out at all. And that's a nice tight join now, it's closed up. Have a look from the sides, make sure it's all lined up properly, which mine isn't. Give it a tweak, that one down, that one up. That's a bit better. So, yeah, okay, let's try to solder that up. If you're new to my channel, I'm kind of assuming I'm going to get viewers who haven't seen my channel before because I've got the copper on the title and stuff. I would normally, people who are used to my channel see me do this all the time. I hold things together with a little bit of tension, so when it's under heat, metal expands under heat, so there's no risk of it opening up a little bit. So just to put a little bit of tension on it, closing it, I would have it in tweezers like that and have it in a slot in my bench pec. So I can push that down harder if I want, it will clamp it tighter. But copper is going to go really soft when I get it under the heat, so I'm just going to put it on my block like that. It'll be alright. Right, now as for this solder, I don't even know where this come from. It's got my writing on the bag. I mean, this could literally come from like 20 years ago, I don't know. I'm just going to snip a bit off. It's looking very tarnished. That felt like very hard metal then, snipping through that. I'm going to hold on the end. I'm going to get a bit of old buff stick paper, fold it around and just scratch off all the tarnish all around it. Metals are copper's a dirty, horrible metal. It just goes black and tarnishes, and you can smell it in the air, and you can feel it poisoning your lungs and stuff. I don't like it at all. This looks really white. It doesn't look like copper at all. Tarnished, look like copper, tarnished copper, but that's like a white metal. That's weird. Look, can you see that? That's the bit that my pliers were covering up, so it looked like copper. It's white. So I don't know if there's like proper flux for copper. I'm just going to use what I got. So this torch is running out of gas. Hasn't got much warmth anymore. But it should be alright on this little ring. I'm just getting it hot. I'm putting loads of flux on there. Like I say, copper's a dirty, horrible metal, and it'll just tarnishes, oxidizes, goes black, and ruin your chances of a nice solder happening. But let me know in the comments if there's like proper like equipment for working in copper, because I don't know. Alright, now as for the wire, I'm just gonna, if that's gold or whatever, I would probably mill that flat, but I'm just gonna dab it on there, get it hot. Okay, so I'm gonna try and stay out of your way best possible, so you can see what's going on with this solder. Whoa, look at that. That was a bit weird. I don't understand why that's white. It's for copper. Okay, so I just put it in that acid for a couple of minutes, and I'm still confused. Looks alright that side. We look on the inside where it flooded a bit more. It's got that silvery look that I would have expected from this silvery coloured metal, but it looks okay there. So let's file it up, see what happens, and yeah, let's just file it up, see what happens. Let's clean it up a bit. So this is not a how to make a ring video. This is just me getting some experience working in copper. So making it round. Copper can be quite hard when it's all like burnished and work hardened, but once you anneal it, it goes really, really, really soft. But I quite like the colour of it. It's a shame it's such a dirty metal. And you know, like 9 carat, 10 carat rose gold, it's got really high copper content in it. You'll know about it when you start soldering it, and it just goes black, and then all the joins go oxidized and dirty before the solder's flooded. So you can have a hard time trying to get nice, finished nice pieces of jewellery in rose gold, especially in the lower carats. Yeah, I can see that join. That looks like kind of like white colour. I mean, maybe this is not. This is just for like copper pipes or something, like gas pipes and that. Don't know. I thought they used lead on copper pipes. I don't know. Silver, you can use silver solder on copper. That's what I thought I was going to do on that Zippo case, but then I've got that. I've got this stuff now, so I may as well use it. So this might be a bit faster. Just want to see. Yeah, you can totally see that joint. That's what I would have expected, but it being specific for copper, I just assumed it would be melt into that colour somehow. I don't know, but maybe it's not for jewellery. It's just for like joining up pipes and whatever. like more for like plumbers than jewellers. Went over it with a smoother paper. You can see it there, terrible join. I don't know why it's flooded so wide there. It was closed up quite nicely. But yeah, you can see it, you can totally see it. And if you can see it at this stage, you will definitely be able to see it when it's polished. Usually you find out about your dodgy solder joins when you're polishing, but you can see it even at this stage. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it a quick polish and then let's have a look. So I spent like 10 seconds polishing it. I didn't even ultrasonic it, so I didn't bother moving the camera over and stuff, just to show nothing at all really. So yeah, actually the join is not as clear as I thought it was going to be. Usually when you're papering, if you can see the join, you'll definitely be able to see it when after it's polished. But this is, after polishing, it's almost hidden it more. It's just there. I don't know if it's catching the light. Okay, one last test. We can see how strong it is. I'm going to pump this bit of metal up on the ring structure and then see how much it takes to break it. Special guest appearance from the ring structure. I'm brand new in this workshop, so I haven't even finished putting bits together yet. So I'm just going to screw it in where it used to be. Just 2, I think it'll do. For a temporary little fix. See the effort I'm going to for this bit of copper. So the strength of a join really has a lot to do with how it was made. Like, I put the ends really close together, so it should be pretty strong. It was not a bad join. But from pumping it, if it breaks really quickly, I will concur that this was like quite brittle solder and can't be trusted on anything that's going to be under stress. Copper's very stretchy though. Let me just double check where my join is. Oh, it's here. I put the join right in front of me there. Pretty strong, guys. And I've bought some more brackets to go under my bench to stop it shaking about. That side of the bench is secured to the wall, and that's really sturdy, but this side seems to have a bit more vibration on it, and I think it's just coming from the legs are able to move. I'll do that after this video, since I've got my drill out now. I'll tell you what, no problems with this solder, it's really good. I should have got the size of this ring before I started pumping it up. It's well strong. I'll tell you what, if you want to solder copper, you've got to get some of this copper solder. Very, very strong join. Very strong. This is getting to being very unusual. You see that? This metal is under a lot of stress now. Like, gone way past where you should be wanting to anneal metal. Going all crinkly and strange. But the join is holding very strong. I mean, the join is literally starting to look thicker than the rest of the metal. It's like the metal is stretching rather than breaking the join. That's quite impressive. I'm going to pump up some more. I'm not going to anneal it, I'm just going to keep pumping it until it breaks. It'd be funny if this metal tears rather than the solder joint breaking. That would be unheard of. I mean, it's physically difficult. I can't believe it's not breaking. It's not going to break. Oh my god. Shit. I mean, thinking about it, the metal is very stretchy. It was annealed copper. It's going to give a lot before it breaks, but at the same time, I've massively changed the size of that ring. I'll have to, I didn't check the size, I'll maybe skip back when I'm editing it or pay attention to what size the ring was when I was tapping it on the stick. Yeah, quite impressive. Looking at it from the side, I can see it's thinner. It's really stretched a lot. Look, you can see there's the join. Like the join, that's how wide the ring has got narrower. It's got narrower that way. You can see it's thinner that way. Really, really stretched this metal. But that join is just like, no, I ain't budging, mate. Quite impressed with that. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to leave it there. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching and making it to the end. Please click like and subscribe and all that to help the channel grow. And yeah, so if you're looking to learn to make jewellery, like check out the other stuff, because there's quite a lot of videos on there now, like over 100 videos, all jewellery making, instructional guides and advice and top tips and all that, so yeah, check it out. Yeah, cool, right, see you next time, bye bye.